Hello friends, EduTab welcomes you all. Well, this year there has been a change in the pattern by NABARD wherein they have increased the weightage of ARD from 25 to 40 marks, and now people are really circumspect about how should they go about ARD and ESI sections which have increased weightage. So we are giving you analysis of ARD section last year, which was held in 2016, so that you can get some idea what kind of questions were asked and what are the strategies and insights you should have into this to prepare for this exam this year. Well, just to start with, let me tell you that 2016 weightage as per NABARD exam phase 1 ARD was of 25 marks. But this year 2017 weightage will be 40 marks for ARD. So there is an increase from 25 to 40 marks. Correspondingly, the weightage of quant and reasoning have been reduced. But in this video, we shall be discussing about the detailed analysis of ARD section in the phase 1 exam held last year. We will also present you some insight and strategies as in how to prepare for ARD section this year. And this video really becomes important because the increased weightage makes it really important for you to score well, at least 30 plus out of these 40 marks in ARD, because otherwise it will really become difficult to clear the overall cutoff, because short the questions in quant and reasoning are going to be tough. But irrespective of whether ARD was 25 marks last year or 40 marks this year, the type and pattern of questions shall remain overall same. And we shall see what do we mean by type and pattern of questions by seeing what kind of questions were asked last year. So first of all, we should analyze that what was the weightage of agriculture vis-a-vis rural development in terms of number of questions asked. Now ARD part consists of like two different subjects. One is agriculture and one is rural development. And if we break up the last year phase 1 ARD section into these two parts, we see that exactly ARD part dominated, right? ARD part contributed around 18 marks worth of paper out of 25, and rest was from rural development, which was around 7 marks. And this is very understandable because agriculture dominates the syllabus also for ARD syllabus mentioned by NABARD. So I think this is nothing surprising, and this is in line with what one should expect this year also. Now what about the static versus current orientation? Now a lot of people have doubts whether they should concentrate on static portion or the current portion, and many people just start reading the books on agriculture and rural development thinking that first they need to cover the syllabus and then they need to read about the current affairs. But if you see or analyze the data as per the last year exam, particularly about the ARD section, the current affairs dominated the paper. There were around 16 marks worth of paper from the current affairs, and rest 9 marks was from static. So this clearly establishes the fact that current affairs are very, very important for the exam. Yes, you cannot ignore static, but you should give more emphasis on the current affairs as per cost effort analysis and benefits. So this is what we just said, that clearly the emphasis should be on the current affairs. Now if we see topic wise questions from agriculture area, now again as I said, we would be dividing our analysis into agriculture and rural development, two different parts. So this slide is about topic wise questions from agriculture area. You can see that there were around 18 questions from ARD, out of which 9 were static. Here the blue bars give you the total number of questions asked from that particular topic, and the orange bars give you the number of questions which were static out of the total questions. So for example, see here, total number of questions from water resource which were asked were 2 in number, but out of those 2 questions, 1 was static, and obviously the rest or the other one would be from the current affairs. So total 18 questions from ARD were asked, as here it's mentioned ARD, but it should be agriculture. So 18 questions from agriculture portion were asked, out of which 9 were static and 9 were based on current affairs. And you can also see that the questions have been asked from almost every unit of phase 2 syllabus. So if you see the phase 2 syllabus, it consists of agriculture, animal husbandry, ecology and climate change, water resource, farm and engineering. There was no question, though it's in the syllabus of phase 2. Plantation and horticulture, fisheries, forestry and agriculture extension, no question, though it's in syllabus. Soil and water conservation and miscellaneous. So cut short, there were questions almost from all the topics of phase 2 syllabus, and static questions were little easier as compared to questions with current affairs. So these 9 questions which were static out of the total 18 questions were little easier when we compare them to the other 9 questions which were based on current affairs. Now if we do the topic wise analysis of the questions from rural development area, here the syllabus is vast, but I think the main concentration obviously in the paper was from rural development programs or the rural schemes. As you can see, there were total 7 questions from rural development area of the ARD, and no question was static, right? You will not see any bar with this color because no question was static. All the questions were based on current affairs. So from rural development programs, no, there were 3 questions. From rural housing, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, there was 1 question. From Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, there was 1 question. Then there is a mention of tribes in the syllabus. So tribes related to rural development, there was again 1 question, and similarly rural occupational structure, there was 1 question. So there are many topics from which there were no questions, but those are, I think, more of a theoretical topics. These are also theoretical topics, but then again from these topics they have asked the current affairs. They are not asking any static portion. Now let's see what were the topic wise questions in agriculture and rural development area, so that you can gain more ground as in what exactly was asked. We also have the last year phase 1 paper which will be soon uploading on our website. You can sign up on our website and you can keep looking for that paper. It shall be uploaded within next 1 or 2 days. But in the meantime, we will let you know about the questions at a high level what were asked in the last year phase 1 ARD section. So on the topic from agriculture, the unit 1, 3 questions were asked. All were static. The first question was on organic farming, which is very clearly mentioned in the syllabus. Then there was 1 question on crop rotation, which is again clearly mentioned in the syllabus, and this question was very basic question. Even any person who would have studied science from 6th to 10th would have answered this question. And then there was 1 question on season of cultivation of kharif crops, very basic question. Again, if you would have studied science from 6th to 10th, you would have answered this question. Then the next topic is animal husbandry. There were 2 questions, 1 static and 1 based on current affairs. The question which was static was definition of ranching, and another question was like which was the most exported form of meat last year. So these were the 2 questions asked from animal husbandry. And then we analyze the next topic, which is ecology and climate change. There were 3 questions asked from this topic. 2 were current and 1 was static. 1 question on renewable energy targets was asked, and then 1 question on greenhouse gases was asked, which was static question. And there was 1 question on commitment by Yes Bank in terms of how much money Yes Bank committed towards clean energy. This was again a current oriented question. Then on fisheries, there was 1 question that was static, and the question was on the definition of farming of fishes and marine plants. Exactly, the question was that what is farming of fishes and marine plants called. So then again, it's a very basic question. If you would have studied or googled the topic on fisheries, you would have easily answered this question. The next topic is plantation and horticulture. Out of this, there was 1 question which was static. The question was on the plantation crops. Like the question was which one of these are plantation crops, and there were 4 options given, and obviously this was a very easy question. Again, if one would have studied geography or science from 6th to 10th, this would have been easily answered. The next topic is soil and water conservation. There was 1 question current. It was related to that NFL under which ministry. NFL is National Fertilizers Limited. Actually, at that point in time, NFL was in news due to some things happening there. So this question is more or less related to the current affairs. Then the next topic is water resource. There were 2 questions asked. 1 was static and 1 was current. The static question was on definition of hydrology, a very simple question, and one question was on PMKSY scheme. PMKSY stands for Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, right? So there was one question on from PMKSY, which we can say was based on current affairs. So the next topic is miscellaneous one. So there were two questions, both were based on current orientation. One question was on place of recently held SAARC meeting, particularly for agriculture, and there was one question on UN Food and Agriculture Organization in 2016. Actually, the question was that what was the theme, as in what crop has been mentioned as the theme crop for the UN Food and Agriculture Organization in 2016. Then there is a topic present scenario of Indian agriculture. There were three questions, all were current. One question was on PMFBY, which was Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Then there was a question on what is the agricultural growth rate as per 12th 5-year plan, and there was one question on revised guidelines by RBI for loans to food and agro processing industry. So this again is a very important topic, and all the three questions asked from this topic were from current affairs. Then there is a topic rural occupational structure. There was one question from current affairs on that. The question was on the land holding limit for the small farmers. I mean, how much is the land holding limit for small farmers? A very basic question. Again, if you would have read that, you would have easily cracked that. Then the next topic is rural development programs. There were three questions asked and all were current. One question was on Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Rural Plus Urban Mission, which is called Urban Mission. One question on Make in India Fund, and one question on PMKKY, which is called Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana. So basically this scheme is related to welfare of the people working in the mines. Then there is a topic on rural housing in the syllabus. There was one question which was again current, and the question was on Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. And then there is a topic Swachh Bharat directly given in the syllabus. Then again one question from this topic was asked, which was based on current affairs, and this question was on Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. It was a basic question. If you would have read that Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, you would have been able to answer that. And then there is a topic tribes mentioned in the rural development syllabus. The question from this section was on current orientation, and the question was related to Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana. Well, now we will present some insights and strategies. We have already presented you with questions which were asked in last year exam. So insights and strategies for phase 1 ARD section we would be discussing. So the first one is that the number of questions based on schemes. If you see, there were total of 8 questions which were asked from the scheme. Out of that, 4 questions were from the agriculture area, and rest 4 questions were from the rural development area. So in nutshell, the schemes are very important, and even sub schemes are very important, and please do remember the short form of schemes such as PMFBY, PMKSY, because in exam they are not going to give you full form. They will just ask you how much is the amount allocated to PMFBY. So you have to remember these names so that you can attempt those questions based on schemes in the exam. Well, then insights and strategies 2 is that how many questions were there in phase 1 ARD section which were based on numbers. By numbers we means the gross numbers which we have to mug up. Well, the general perception is that in phase 1 also there were a lot of questions based on numbers, but the idea is here to correct the misconception you are having. The number of questions which were based on data were just 3. So we can say there were lesser number of questions which were based on data in phase 1, but that does not mean that you should not mug up the data which is being given in the reports or magazines, because it's very important, because database questions would be asked in phase 2, and in phase 2 there will be a lot of such questions. Now what is the strategy 3? As we have already told, there were around 9 static questions out of 25 in the ARD section, but those 9 all belong to agriculture part. There was no static question asked from rural development part. So cut short, you need not spend much time on the theory for rural development, and it makes sense. If you see the rural development syllabus, I mean, there is no book which can describe that. It's very generic. I mean, you can just Google and read. Though agriculture agriculture topics are specific, like plantation and horticulture, animal husbandry, fisheries, forestry, but in rural development there is no such specific topic. So yes, you need to cover the static portion, you need not ignore that, but static portion will mostly cover from agriculture. And remember, some of the static questions asked were very basic, so if you would have just read the topic, you would have attempted that question. So do not leave any topic and do not read any topic in depth. That is the right strategy, right? Now what about the strategy 4? Now this slide or this graph you would have already seen in the initial part of the video, that current affairs dominate this paper. Last year there was 16 marks paper out of 20 marks which was based on current affairs. So current affairs are the mainstay of the exam. Question asked from current affairs were also kind of basic, though some questions were a little complex where they were referring to sub schemes under a particular scheme. But overall, if you would have read a scheme, the questions were not conceptual. I mean, you would have easily found the correct answer if you would have read any particular scheme or any current affair and you would have just revised it once or twice. Now what is the strategy 5? Now this again this graph you would have seen at in the initial part of the video, but the idea is to put again more emphasis here. Now one thing is that you can see that the questions which were asked in phase 1, either static or current based, were asked from different topics in the phase 2 syllabus, like agriculture, animal husbandry, ecology and climate change, water resource, plantation and horticulture, fisheries. So basically they were asking questions from all the topics in phase 2. Now since the weightage of ARD is 40 marks, it becomes very essential that you score 30 plus in ARD to clear a overall cutoff, because this year the quant and reasoning section might be tough because they are just contributing 40 marks. So if you want to score 30 plus marks in ARD, you must cover the whole syllabus for phase 2 before phase 1 itself. So while preparing for phase 1, you need to prepare for phase 2 syllabus of ESI and ARD. And even people who are applying for specialist seat, right, those are applying in a plantation and horticulture area or a fisheries area or a forestry area. So those who are applying for specialist seat, they should also cover the phase 2 syllabus for ESI and ARD while preparing for phase 1, because phase 1 ESI and ARD will contribute around 80 marks, and if you do not score good marks out of those 80 marks, then there is very little chance that you will clear the overall cutoff. Now there are some people who are preparing for specialist job, they think that they will just clear the cutoff on ESI and ARD, but then where else will you score? Will you score in quant and reasoning, where people are hardly able to clear the cutoffs? So do not ever think that you are preparing for a specialist seat and you just need to clear the cutoff in ESI ARD in phase 1. You have to score at least 55 plus in ESI and ARD in phase 1 out of the 80 marks sanctioned for both these two sections. Well, I think that's it. I hope whatever we have told you would be really useful and help you to strategize and plan your preparation well in the right direction, so that you do not get goosebumps before the exam and you do not get surprised by the pattern of the exam when you sit for the exam. And if you are a working professional, we also have a mobile app for you, so you can install EduTap mobile app from the Google Store and you can use it to learn anywhere, anytime. And if you have any query, call us at 81462072241. You can also email us at learnofy@gmail.com. We will be happy to answer all your queries regarding the NABARD course. Well, thank you, and we wish you best of luck for the exam. I repeat, if you have any queries, just email us at learnofy@gmail.com, or you can call us at 81462072241. And do watch this video twice or thrice. This is a very good analysis and will help you to prepare in a well planned manner for the NABARD exam. Thank you. Bye.